What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, host of When Persona Interviews, and one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, man. It is, I said, you know, it's funny because I told y'all that I was going to do my reactions to the Marvel Avengers War Table deep dive. I wanted us to watch that, look at that, see what they got coming and whatnot, right? So that was definitely something that I've definitely wanted to do. But like I said yesterday, I forgot that the Nintendo Direct was happening. So because the Nintendo Direct was happening, I was like, you know what? Let me live stream it. Let's do reactions to the Nintendo Direct. Right? So that's what I said I would do. But I still want to watch this War Table because I actually, I've seen bits and pieces on Twitter, but I haven't actually sat down and watched the War Table, right? So why don't we watch the War Table together? But before we do anything, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Stardust, Quanvo, Logical, How Weird, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Round of applause. Let me make sure. Let me see. Yeah. Round of applause for people in the chat. I said, round of applause for the people in the chat. We might not get a yo Monk Tail. What's good? More likes than viewers. That's good, I guess. Yo, Zuni, what's up, man? We might not get a big, I'm gonna be honest, we might not get a big turnout tonight. It might not be 60, 70, 80, 100 people in here tonight because we ain't talking about Xbox, right? Nothing, no controversial news or nothing like that. We really are just gonna, this really is just gonna be about Avengers. We'll also talk about Outsiders as well, because I know they put up I follow them on Twitter. They put up a bunch of information, so I want to talk about that as well. So this is gaming, guys. We make fun of Xbox and these dudes in the community. We do that all the time, but this here is strictly gaming. You get what I mean? So let's get straight into it, man, because I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited as well. Let's get this going. Hold up. We do 1440p, right? Yeah, let me share my screen. You haven't seen the War Table yet, Zuni? That's what's up. Haven't seen it either. Yeah, man, listen, guys, y'all know me, man, right? Caution was good. Y'all know me, right, man? I'll do the debates and the console war stuff and talk about the controversial stuff. Y'all know I'll always talk about that. But also, I follow a lot of games and I'm excited about a lot of different things. So, we're going to talk about the gaming side of things as well. You get what I mean? Because, we gamers out here. You feel me? We ain't just talking about games. We also out here playing them. You feel me? PlayStation Nation. Do you feel me? PlayStation Nation, stand up. Round of applause for y'all again, man. Why is this? Let me see. Oh, there we go. All right. So let me share my screen. Right, let's do that. Y'all see that? Yes, y'all do. All right, man. Let's watch this. Turn that down so look, I know it's gonna be loud. All footage. Let's stop right there, because they knew that Persona was gonna be watching this War Table, right? And I've been super excited and adamant about Avengers coming to the PS5. We need that PS5 update ASAP. You feel me? So I'm glad that everything we're going to see today is definitely going to be on PlayStation 5. Oh no. Everything's all destroyed. Okay, there go the doggy. Let me know how the sound is too, guys. If it's too loud or too low for y'all. You know what, man? You know what's funny, man? I'm still like, I never was a big fan. I've never been a big fan of Hawkeye.
Why'd you smash the reactor, Cap? A lot of people died.
Cap said I did what I had to do.
A world divided. Its heroes outlawed. When evil eclipses hope, the only thing left is to fight back.
Oh, damn.
War darkens the
There go my boy Hulk. Let's go.
and it's going to take us all to stop Armageddon.
Yo, this game is so dope, man. Like I really do enjoy this game. The combat and stuff is really on point. Yo, Corey, what's up with you, man?
Welcome to the end of the world.
Welcome back to Marvel's Avengers War Table Deep Dive. You've reassembled Earth's mightiest heroes and defeated MODOK. You've met our first new hero in Season 1, Kate Bishop, as she uncovered an evil conspiracy involving Commander Nick Fury and time travel.
Yeah, you know, Kate Bishop's... Yo, Plus Ultra, what's good, man? Yo, Bari in the building. Shout out to the other half of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, man. Shout out to my boy, man. What's Up PlayStation Podcast this Saturday. Hey, man, I watched them... I see them combo videos you posting up, Bari, man. I'm still working on my Kai. I don't even want to stream my lab sessions because I'm so newbie right now. But I might stream some lab sessions tonight of me just labbing, trying to practice everything. But shout out to Bari. You know, Kate Bishop's story was actually really good. And like I said, like when the game first came out and they said that Kate Bishop and Hawkeye were going to be the first two characters, I was like, I really was like apprehensive about that. I really wasn't feeling that, right? But, you know, when Kate Bishop finally came out and I played with her, she was actually really fun to use, man. Really, really dope, right? So, you know, and her story was actually really good as well. So, you know, seeing all of that, I'm looking at it like, you know, I'm going to give Hawkeye a chance. Even though Hawkeye is not really like someone that I know a whole lot of. You know, I know like really surface level stuff about like his backstory and things like that. But, and I know about like his Ronin phase and all that stuff that he did. But I don't really know, like, I'm not really like a big Hawkeye fan. You get what I mean? Like, or Kate Bishop for that matter. I'm not that big a fan of either character, right? But I'm still excited for this. But let's continue.
As we noted, all footage in today's deep dive was captured on the PlayStation 5. We're excited to celebrate the launch of Marvel's Avengers on next-generation systems on March 18th. You'll experience enhanced visuals, higher frame rates, and faster load times. There's no additional upgrade cost to current-gen players. Today, we'll deep dive into Chapter 2 of Season 1 with Operation Hawkeye, Future Imperfect. Clint's story brings us face-to-face with a possible future where all hope is lost.
If everything you saw is true, the end of the world is far closer than we'd like.
In the future, we get attacked by a warrior race called the Kree.
When will this Kree
Introducing the
invasion
Kree.
take place, Clint?
Which means, listen, if they're introducing the Kree, Captain Marvel's definitely not far behind, right? I definitely see. So this is how I see the characters going, right? So we obviously got Kate Bishop and Hawkeye. We were supposed to get Spider-Man in March. I don't know. That's obviously not going to happen now, but I still think they may still follow that content roadmap line of, you know, Spider-Man. And then I know they said at some point they were going to bring in Black Panther to honor Chadwick Boseman, you know, rest in peace to him. But I see Captain Marvel being one of the characters that they bring in as well, especially if you're introducing the Kree, because Captain Marvel and the Kree, they go way back, right? So yeah.
Clint! Don't die on me.
Yeah.
We thought we were heroes, but we died as fools.
Where's Nick Fury? Some things never change. Who's the murderer?
This looks really good, man.
Katie?
Clint?
I'm the strongest. You never ventured beyond the storm. You coward.
Now, this is something that I want to touch on too, right? So with let's go back just a little bit. Where is it? Let's let it play out, right? So one thing I want to touch on. So with this Hulk that we're seeing here, this is definitely Hulk the End, right? Where Hulk was the only one left in that universe, in that storyline. Hulk, Hulk outlived all the Avengers, all the Marvel characters. Like, he was the only one left. And I think they're going to kind of add in. Now, they might not go full 100% into that, but I can see them playing around with bits and pieces of that comic book storyline and adding that into here to give it a full-blown story of what they're doing, because this is definitely Hulk the End right here. This is most definitely Hulk the End.
Yeah, it's not one of those fun apocalypses.
Oh my god. Here, boy!
Clint!
The wastelands of our future Imperfect story are heavily inspired by the Old Man Hawkeye series, especially the Eye for an Eye collection. In the comics, the world's supervillains organized to eliminate all superheroes, and the world collapsed from there. Hawkeye was spared and had to live to watch it all happen, and he ultimately avenges the fallen heroes. In our story, Old Man Hawkeye retired, and when the Kree invasion happened, he wasn't a part of the fight. He has tried to make up for it for decades, following Commander Nick Fury's trail through the wastelands in hope that he can make things right. Back in the present, young Hawkeye has business to deal with in his Brooklyn apartment, in a part of the story inspired by the comic run, My Life as a Weapon. Luckily, he'll have the help of a few friends, including everyone's favorite dog, Lucky. Our heroes will have to muster all their strength to deal with a new threat, the Supreme Leader, Maestro. After a devastating nuclear war destroys most of Earth, the Hulk is driven insane by the sheer scale of destruction and loss. Absorbing more and more excess radiation from the nuclear fallout, the maddened Hulk adopts a new name, Maestro, and decides to rebuild the world in his own image. He takes out every other superhero and villain, finally resting on a throne surrounded by trophies of his defeated enemies. Maestro first appeared in The Incredible Hulk Future Imperfect #1, which released in December 1992. He's a Hulk from an alternate future that possesses Bruce Banner's terrifying intelligence and the Hulk's more ferocious personality traits. The Wastelands are a possible future in Hawkeye's Future Imperfect. The alien
I didn't
warrior
read that
race
one,
of the Kree
The Future
invades Earth
Imperfect.
and leaves behind a barren, uninhabitable desert strewn with the wreckage of giant Kree battleships and sentries among the traces of humanity's last stand. The Wastelands are a new region on the war table, and in addition to Hawkeye Future Imperfect missions, there are villain sectors and other missions that will appear alongside the Hawkeye operation and afterwards.
Ooh, nice.
Clint's bow skills are
So,
second
you know,
to none.
that's one thing I definitely want to point out, because we know that's one thing that people love to talk about, love to say how this game doesn't have content, when in reality this game has a lot of content. It's just a lot of missteps that Avengers had, right? But you know, full-fledged operation, new villain sectors, and things like that. It's a good set of content. And then remember, you still got also Kate Bishop's villain sectors and content as well that's in the game already. So, and both storylines are supposed to go hand in hand, right?
In the Marvel Universe, and we took inspiration from his Ronin period to create his sword abilities, which makes him a powerful melee and ranged hero. We also looked to the comics to draw on the similarities and differences between Clint and Kate, how each should move and feel. Clint's quick draw reflexes intrinsic defense allows him to sidestep enemy attacks and parry with a fast, staggering bow shot. Clint's Deadeye skill allows him to focus his aim on a single target, increasing damage and reaction with razor arrows. Clint's ranged arsenal is second to none with 10 different unique arrow types. Grapple Arrow lets Clint traverse the environment with ease and is also an intrinsic heavy attack, reeling into enemies before slashing them with his sword. His intrinsic attacks include boomerang arrows that seek out targets before returning.
Oh, that's pretty
implosion
nice.
arrows to cluster enemies together or draw them away from you.
That implosion arrow is definitely gonna be that's definitely getting used a lot, especially when you fighting a lot of ads. That implosion arrow gonna come in clutch.
Use Tripwire Shot to stagger weaker enemies and push back larger foes with a spread of projectiles tethered together with energy. Parry enemies with rocket arrows, which attach to targets, sending them airborne.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Pulsar arrows attach to surfaces and build up energy before exploding. The more they build up, the bigger the boom. Clint's Assault Heroic uses Nightstorm arrows. Launch into the air and rain down projectiles, decimating.
Oh yeah, that intrinsic ultimate ability is gonna be nice.
areas of the battlefield. Just as important, his recovery arrows support.
And he's a healer. All right. Hold on. And he's got healing abilities for the squad. All right, guys. I'm a fan. Hawkeye's definitely about to be on the squad. You feel me?
Heroic unleashes nanobots that swarm nearby allies and restore their willpower. The hunters
For those wondering, willpower is your health, right? So like Miss Marvel, she's a healer as well. That's why I love using Miss Marvel so much, because she's got, like, the way I've got my Miss Marvel character set up, like, the team is never gonna die, because I got it to where whenever I use the willpower ability, it fills up your willpower and it gives you a defensive buff for like 20 seconds, right? And I can use her willpower, or I think her ability is called Team Spirit. I can use the Team Spirit like 3 times. And so Hawkeye having that same type of ability as well. Now the range of it seems a bit smaller than Team Spirit for Miss Marvel, because Miss Marvel, she just like jumps up and we can do it, guys, right? And it kind of just everyone that's within the radius, and the radius is pretty large, gets health, right? With Hawkeye, it's more of a stationary thing, which is why I think Miss Marvel's will probably still be just a tad bit better. But having Hawkeye on the squad as well, and having him being able to use that ability, is also good. You can never go wrong with too many healers, right?
Arrow Ultimate Heroic is an AI-guided projectile that flits across the battlefield, piercing targets.
Oh, that's nice.
Once upgraded, fire 2 at once, add explosive charges, or focus damage on player-targeted foes. Like Kate, Clint comes with loads of outfits and emotes. We love our fans and seeing how you react to our game. We couldn't do this without the Marvel's Avengers community. And as always, thank you for telling us what you think and what you would like to see in the future. Please follow Marvel's Avengers on YouTube for more exciting content. Make sure you visit playavengers.com for our weekly blog where you can find everything from patch notes to tips and fun content that you create.
I love this music.
Until then, we'll see you online and in the game.
So for those wondering, Future Imperfect, so Hawkeye's Operation Future Imperfect and the next gen upgrade comes out March 18th, right? And that's for PS5, Xbox Series X and X, and you do not need to pay anything for the next gen upgrades, right? So shout out to real talk. Shout out to Crystal Dynamics, man. They definitely are doing their thing when it comes to that, right? For me personally, like I said about the game, right? The game is pretty solid. Like, it really is a solid experience, in my opinion. I definitely think that a lot of people should, if you're a fan of Avengers, if you're a fan of those types of games, I definitely think that people should check it out. Right? I definitely think you should check the game out. Play the game for yourself. Don't listen to what people say. Even me, I would rather someone play the game for themselves and get their own experience, right? Because I do think that it is a great game, honestly, no cap. This operation, and the funny thing is about this game is it's definitely had a bumpy ride with certain things, right? Because they did have a lot of issues where they kind of pushed the roadmap of content back because there was, they want to focus on fixing bugs and all this other stuff in the game. So a lot of that content got pushed back because really we were supposed to have Kate Bishop and Hawkeye in October and November of last year. So that tells you how far, how behind we are with the content. But the combat, Barry, the combat is fire, bro. Like, I love, one thing about Avengers and why this game is so great for me, that combat is really, really fun. Like, you can really like chain some really awesome combos and really do some pretty cool stuff within the game, right? That stuff I love, right? That stuff right there alone, I love about the game. Then you look at the story element, right? And the story element, if you just play like the regular story, really good. The story is really great as well. But then if you look at how they're using the operations when they add new characters to also add to the existing story, right? So everything makes sense, everything flows, everything makes sense. It really is a solid, well thought out experience, right? Which I can appreciate Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics for putting the time into to create that. Now, does it have its faults and its issues? Of course, right? There were definitely some bugs that I've ran into in the past as well. Although there is a lot of content, certain things can begin to feel a bit repetitive the more you play, right? And then like certain fundamentals and mechanics, like if it's just you and 3 other members, not being able to switch. So I know they fixed this in an update a while back, but still, if it's just you and like 3 AI computers, right? And you are playing as Iron Man, right? And you get to a door that needs to be like smashed or broken by like someone super strong, like Hulk or something like that, right? You can't switch to Hulk to break the door, and you can't order him to break the door either. You kind of just got to miss out on the chest or whatever's there. Things like that are things that I feel like they need to fix as well. Now, they did fix that to where anyone can break those types of doors now, which is cool. But I still think, if you're playing by yourself and there's 3 AI characters, I do think that you should be able to swap characters, and you should be able to kind of, situational, like, 1 minute you're playing as Iron Man, then you can switch to, Hulk or Hawkeye, whoever. So, those are things that I feel like need to be added into the game. And then, I think they need to expand that multiplayer, right? The multiplayer aspect of the game, they most definitely need to expand that a bit. And because, another one of the problems, and I know me and Bari have disagreed about this in the past, but, if I'm playing as, so for example, Bari's favorite character in the game is Thor. If I wanted to play as Thor as well, and wanted to also play with Bari, I can't do that because you can only play with one hero at a time. And I get why they do that, right? Like I get that, but I don't know. I feel like in a multiplayer setting, no one's thinking about that, not to the degree of how they're trying to build it out. So it's like, it really shrinks the pool of people you're able to potentially play with because everyone can't use the same character, right? But outside of that, things like that obviously are issues, but those aren't deal breakers. You get what I mean? The game is still solid. The game is still fun. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it now. I got the platinum. You feel me? I platinumed the game a couple months back. I say check it out. Definitely check, especially with the Hawkeye content coming out. I definitely say check it out. I think y'all should do that. 100%. Y'all ain't gonna do that though. I know. Right? So one more thing I wanted to talk about as well, in terms of gaming news, right? So another game that I'm like really, really excited for, right, is Outriders, man. Outriders, and it's funny, and a lot of these games as a service games or service-based games and whatnot, these looter shooters, I'll say looter shooters because I don't know, service-based games sound so icky. Looter shooters, a lot of these looter shooters, looter slashers that come out, I've talked about this in the past, man. A lot of the things that, in terms of looter shooters, the biggest problem for me personally is how slow developers are with putting out new content. Because I'll play the game. I'll play the hell out of y'all, for y'all that have been watching my channel for a long time, you guys know one of my all-time favorite games is Destiny and Destiny 2. Y'all know those are like two of my all-time favorite games, right? So, I've got like a special place in my heart for looter shooters, looter slashers. I'll always give a looter slasher, looter shooter, I'll always give it a try, right? So with Outriders is another new game that's coming out October 1st for PS5, PS4, Xbox One, PC, Xbox Series XS and things like that. Yo, Andre 6K, the real McCoy, what's up, man? And this is published by Square, and it's being developed by, what is this? I forget the name of these developers. Oh man, I forgot the name of the developers. But they are, you know what? Now I want to know. Hold up, because I don't want to do that. I want to make sure. Outriders. I want to make sure I give y'all the right information. I forgot what the name of the developer was. Hold up. What's the name of the developer? It's published by Square Enix, and it's developed by People Can Fly. Is that it? Let me make sure. Yep. It's developed by People Can Fly. It's published by Square. Square and People Can Fly, right? So, these guys and girls, they released a whole slew of, and I follow the, like, I follow them. Like, one thing, let me put this out there too. Because I know a lot of people tend to like tag me in news that they think that I would be interested in or I should know about. And, for a lot of people, I know about it before you do. You feel me? I follow these. I follow a lot of developers. I follow a lot of, forums and all these different. Like I know about this stuff. I see this stuff before a lot of people do because they end up tagging me 2, 3, 4 a day, sometimes a day later on stuff that I've already commented on and retweeted. Right? I follow Outriders. I've been following them ever since their game first got announced and whatnot, I've been following these guys. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, so they released like kind of like a tell-all, a slew of information of what we can expect, because the demo comes out next week. The game releases April 1st, but there's going to be a demo that you'll be able to play starting next week. And that's going to be just a live demo. It's not a beta or nothing with a time frame. It's a demo that's going to be available that you'll be able to play for free. You don't have to pre-order the game or none of that stuff. You can play the demo for free starting next week, February 25th. So yeah, you know, for those that are on the fence about the game and don't want to have to pre-order to play it, you don't have to. But so, you know, I just kind of want to go down the list of like the stuff that they're talking about so that we're in the know, right? So there will be a demo, not a beta, like I said. It is entirely free, no purchase or pre-order required. The demo is available in Germany on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. To download the demo for free on the PlayStation, you need Plus subscription if you do not have Plus in Germany. The demo is also available, but you will have to undergo the usual age verification process. This is for this. They're talking about Germany with this, right? The demo will release. These are the times that you can expect based off regions. So for U.S. West Coast, you can expect to play the game at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. PST on February 25th, and then East Coast, you could expect to play that at noon, right? So there's that. Then, hold up, sorry about that. So then the demo will be available for all the platforms. So there's going to be a PS5 demo and a PS4 demo. So you could, if you have a PlayStation 4 and you want to play the game, you can play this game. This game is coming out for both PS4 and PS5. So you'll be able to play the game on both platforms. And you'll also be able to play the respective demo of said platform that you choose to download the game on. The download size for the demo for consoles is going to be 22 gigs, possibly more after decompression. And then the preload, there is not going to be any preload. So really and truly, you'll be able to download the game on the 25th. It's not going to be like Guilty Gear. With Guilty Gear Strive, we were able to download the game, the beta, a day before, right? With Outriders, you're not going to be able to do that. On the 25th, you'll be able to download the game and do what you got to do. Crossplay will be available in the demo, but it will be in beta form. It will need to be manually enabled via your settings. So if you're trying to play with friends or if you're trying to play with randoms on other platforms, you will be able to do this in the demo. But again, you got to just turn those settings on in the game. Obviously, they have a Discord here as well. And then there's no time limit either for players or for accessing it prior to launch. The demo is also planned to remain live beyond launch. So like I was saying earlier, the demo, once it comes out, it's out. There is no, oh yeah, it's only going to be out for a week and then that's it. No, it's out. It's going to be out. And then even after the game releases, the demo will still be there and available for people to try the game and decide if it's something that they want to play, right? And then the demo includes the game's prologue and opening chapter. That means that gear and enemies that you come across will be the early game variants. The further you get into the full Outrider story, the more twisted, exotic, and powerful both gear and enemies will become. So again, prologue, opening chapter. I'm hoping that's substantial enough, right? We'll see though. And the demo will run until the showdown with Gauss, the first rival altered who may be even more dangerous than you. Some side missions unlock after defeating Gauss, so you will be able to go back and explore the world, which is great, right? Because I'm definitely going to want to do some exploring side missions. I'm happy about that as well. That's definitely good to hear. The demo will include all 4 classes and 6 character slots, which is good as well. This means that you can try out every class without needing to delete any characters. Again, that's good. Even though the character that I'm leaning towards the most is the Technomancer, but I'm definitely going to try all 4 classes just to see, if there's somebody else that might catch my interest. But as of right now, the Technomancer is looking to be my favorite class. Your character level is capped at 7. This will allow you to earn your class's 4th ability and be able to mix and match your active skills in the demo. This will also allow you to earn 2 skill points that you can apply to your skill tree. So they give you a little, not a whole lot, because again, guys, this is a demo. This isn't a full-fledged game here. So I understand them, putting the chains on you and really reeling you in to make sure, because a lot of people, if they gave a little more freedom, a lot of people would be level 50 and all these abilities and whatnot. So I get why they're doing that, but we'll see if that's enough, right? I think it might be enough having 4 class abilities and 2 skill points to apply to the trees. Depending how vast the trees are, that might not be enough, but I think it'll be, for the purpose of what I'm going into the demo looking for, I think that will be enough for me, because it's really going to be me scratching the surface, getting a feel for the game, exploring the world, looking at how the story can possibly come together with what they give us, how the gun, it's funny, one of the biggest things that I like, for me personally, what I'm going into this looking at, there's 3 main factors, right? One is going to be armor and weapons, but also gunplay, right? This is a third person looter shooter, right? I love third person shooters already, so that's right up my alley, right? Y'all know one of my favorite third person shooters of all time is Uncharted. I've played that multiplayer faithfully since Uncharted 2, and Last of Us multiplayer, I've played that faithfully since the PS3 gen as well. So I'm really big into third person shooters, and I love third person shooters. So this is up my alley. I don't want to call it a concern, but something that I'm looking at this game is definitely the gun mechanics, right? Y'all know with COD, y'all know how I get when it comes to gun mechanics, right? Gun mechanics in this game is definitely something that I am going to be looking for, assessing, because the gun mechanics in but then also the gun mechanics in cover, right? How good are you, like, how well can you move in cover? How does the shooting fare in cover? Things like that, right? How easy is it to get in and out of cover? Is it streamlined? Is it clunky? Things like that is also what I'm gonna be looking at and looking for to determine if this is something that I can see myself sinking, 100+ hours into, right? The next one is world tiers. You can progress up to world tier 5. And for those that are wondering what world tiers are our dynamic difficulty system. At level 5, your chance for higher rarity gear is increased, but the drop chance for legendary gear is still extremely low. So think of world tier as difficulty settings, right? Which is cool. I'm probably gonna float it for my first playthrough. The Almighty, what's good, man? My first playthrough, I'm probably gonna float around world tier 3, maybe world tier 4, just to get a feel for the world in the game. But straight up world tier 5 once I get acclimated. Same thing with the resources. So resources will be capped at a certain generous amount in order to safeguard balancing for when you go into the main game, right? But also resources are mainly used within our system, within our extensive crafting system, but can also be traded for better gear from the in-game armorers. The crafting system unlocks in the full game once you're beyond the demo content, but you can save your resources for use with that system, which is cool. So, for the farmers out there, for the people that love the farm and whatnot, you're going to get a nice amount to be able to farm, but save it for the full game, because that's when the real farming begins. You will be able to transfer your progress if you play the main game on the same platform account. So the platforms, obviously PlayStation, Xbox, Steam. Progress will not transfer between the demo on Steam and the full game on the Epic Store. So I can see some of you PC guys a little bit angry about that, right? But for those that do decide to play the demo, just know that the work that you do in the demo does not go unnoticed. You will be able to transfer the progress to the full game. Yo, man, I'm telling you, these streaming like Streamlabs and Streamlabs OBS and OBS and YouTube and all this other shit. Yo, this stuff is like really, it's really messy and clunky, bro. Like, I don't know what is going on. Why does stuff keep happening, bro? Like, I have really good internet, man. I don't get what's going on here. I really don't get what is happening or what is going on here with this stuff. I changed up some settings to make things much more clear and much more streamlined. YouTube is dog shit, bro. Yo, listen. Yo. Yo, you might be right, man. Andre, you might be right. Where did it leave off for y'all so that I know? Let me know where it left off. Cause I swear I was looking at the what's the name? I've been shadow banned from the Round Table podcast for months now. What do you mean shadow banned? What do you mean by that, Andre? Shadow banned. What does that mean? Like somebody in the chat banned you? That's messed up if somebody did that. You should hit up classes. Damn, that far back? The classes? Alright, so yeah, anyway, the classes, my favorite class is Technomancer. Essentially, the gist of the other stuff was just talking about, the progress. The progress, your progress will carry over to the full game. And if you do decide to play on the PlayStation, you have to, like, if you expect for your stuff, if you want to transfer your stuff over in the full game, you have to be playing on the same account that you played the demo on, right? Another one is, Steam and Epic Game Store. You can't transfer your demo game into the full game, right? Stuff like that. That's essentially what a lot of that was, right? But yeah, you should hit up Andre. You should hit up Thrash. Let's look at some Outriders gameplay. Let's see if I can find some Outriders gameplay. Let's see if we can find real quick. Look at some Outriders gameplay. Don't Outriders got like an official YouTube? I thought they did. Let's see what this is. Let's pause right there. I think we can look at this one here. Let's look at some Outriders gameplay.
Tiago was right about that hum. My teeth are chattering from the vibration. Strange structure. Some kind of switch over there.
Yo, this looks like really dope, man. It looks dope, man.
Nice view.
This looks like really dope.
An obelisk mechanism in the middle. Could be the way forward.
Why is he talking like that? Yo, sick, what's up, man? Anthem with no javelins. Oh. Oh yeah, Corey, we could definitely link up and play this. It looks pretty cool to me. It looks interesting to me, man. This looks really interesting to me. Yo, that ice ability. Whoever's using that ice ability, that's Barry character right there. Let me tell y'all something, man. I know this man, Barry, man. Ice abilities and all that stuff. Whatever Technomancer is using that, whatever character is using that ice ability, that's Barry character right there, man.
New mysteries and stories are all waiting to...
Yo, it looks cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like I would have a fun time, right? But we'll see. We'll see, cause who knows, right? Bruh, it looks just like it with just no javelins. I mean, Anthem was okay. Nah, Anthem was L. I'm gonna reserve my judgment till I play the beta, right? Cause I'm hoping that this game will be good, honestly. But yo, listen, man, that's all I really wanted to talk about. This wasn't gonna be that long of a show, but listen, I appreciate y'all, man, for coming through, man. Big round of applause, everybody in the chat. Yeah, man, shout out to everybody here, man. Yo, I'm gonna figure out these technical difficulties and why this stuff keeps happening. Like, it keeps happening, and I'm sick of it, right? So listen, I'll probably stream some not Anthem. See, now you got me thinking about Anthem. I'll probably stream Guilty Gear Strive tonight, later on. After I finish studying, I'll probably stream some lab sessions and stuff like that. But outside of that, man, I do appreciate y'all coming through. If you enjoy it, man, definitely hit the like button, subscribe, share the stream, all that good stuff. And don't forget, man, Saturday morning, 11 a.m., What's Up PlayStation Podcast, man. Special guest this week is going to be Upchuck Gaming, so don't miss that. You can't unless you got the source code from YouTube and you no BS. it's a nightmare, man, and I don't want my streams to keep doing this, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, man, listen, guys, please be safe, enjoy yourselves, stay warm, wash your hands, wear a mask, and yeah, man, talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace.